We're going to talk about the three fret rule. What is it? It is a trick that will allow you to quickly and effortlessly switch between major and minor pentatonics in a heartbeat. Now, what is the 3-fret rule? The 3-fret rule is the trick that will help us to easily switch between minor and major, major and minor pentatonics. We're going to say we're in the key of A. Keep it nice and simple. So in the key of A, if I wanted to play our favorite pentatonic scale, which is the A minor pentatonic, so my tonic is here, A, and A. So if I keep my tonics as A, and I move down 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, and then I play exactly the same box as I just played. It is the same G shape. It's a little bit of a stretch for me here. We have the major pentatonic. It's that simple. But we're considering our tonic. Now, I'm not sure where you are in your knowledge of the pentatonic shapes or the caged system, but I do have a video on the caged system that will show you how all the pentatonic shapes connect up over the neck. But for now, I'm just going to stick to the two, probably the most famous ones, which would be the A minor pentatonic or the G shape here. And then the one that's right next to it, which is the E shape. We still have to know where our tonics are. So if this is the A minor, and then we move down 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, and we play exactly the same shape, except we call this the tonic instead of this the tonic, right? When we're up here 3 frets up, this was the tonic. As we go down 3 frets, this is the tonic because we're still in the key of A. Here it's A minor, here it's A major. And then the second shape that comes after that, the E shape. And that's it. So to illustrate this correctly, I'm going to use my looper. I'm going to choose a chord progression that kind of plays between the major and the minor. I'm going to choose an A, C, D, back to A. And this is a very well-worn kind of cliche in rock, but there are many variations on this that can still be very interesting. Here is a perfect example of the difference between what sounds kind of major at the beginning, but then, oops, having that C natural in there instead of the C sharp. An A major chord progression would include a C sharp in there, C sharp minor chord. But this is a C major chord, so, or C power chord actually. It's ambiguous, but it certainly doesn't sound minor. It certainly sounds major. So we have A, we have C, and we have D. So I can play the minor pentatonic scale over this because all the notes in these power chords are all in the minor pentatonic. So let's see how that sounds. We're just going to try that first off, okay? So I've got my trusty Lakato looper with this chord progression already programmed in, and I'm just going to play 2 simple shapes. And I'm a stickler for landing on the tonic because it is important that we remember what key we're in and what we're using the scales for. It makes our soloing and our playing less meandering and more directed. Here's the chord progression with the minor pentatonic only. So that sounded fine. That works, and you could totally rip all over the neck on that, and that would sound absolutely fine. But it could be maybe made a little more interesting by just being able to switch to the major pentatonic every now and then. When would we switch to the major pentatonic? Well, I know that if I analyze this chord progression a little bit, that the chord A is definitely in the key of A, and so is D. The one that is not in the key of A major is the C chord. This is why we might want to switch from one to the other, because it will give us different colors on different chords. So let's see what it would be like if I were to switch between that and to, I call this the G shape, the E shape, and then I'm going to also use the D shape, just so I can be in the same neighborhood here, switching between major and minor. Major, minor, major, major, minor. So you see what I did there? What I was doing is actually superimposing at the end. You get this crazy hybrid scale. Once you get comfortable with the 3-fret rule, and you get comfortable with all of your shapes in those two, then you can start superimposing them one over the other, and you can really have a lot of fun. Maybe we can try it out in a more blues context. So for this one, I've programmed a simple 12-bar blues progression in A using the chord A7, D9, A7, E9, and back to the beginning. 12-bar blues in A, minor pentatonic only, then I will start to leak in the major, and you'll see how effective this can be. That's all minor so far. Now, major. Suddenly you're B.B. King. I'm on the minor for the D, back to the A. So there you have it, folks, the 3-fret rule. It is truly that easy. If you remember where your tonics are, i.e., what key are you in? We're in the key of A, so when we're playing a minor pentatonic, this is your tonic. 3 frets down, same tonic. Then you superimpose the two of them together. And you have a really juicy hybrid kind of major minor sort of scale. I don't necessarily recommend that you learn this in a scale, because what's important is that we use this at the right time over the right chords. So I'm going to play you out over this funky little groove that we've created, and please grab yourself a looper. These things are invaluable tools to help you practice. I promise you, you will not regret it. They sell these Lakato loopers on Amazon for next to nothing. Check it out in the links below. I'll see you on the next one.